to do is to go through some of our clients just to see areas that we... I think one of the reasons I originally started out was I have a very long view of relationships. And some of the larger organizations, when you go to them, it's about what's my quota this month or this particular project, what's my margin, what am I billing them, and so forth. I want my services to add some type of value. And so even though it's a hard day and I put in a ton of hours, when that project is completed, I have this huge sense of like, wow, that's awesome, let's do it again. I love that adrenaline rush of there's an unstructured project, there's a puzzle I had to put together, something we had to overcome, and working with that particular client or with my team, we overcame it for them. And so I think that's my biggest thing, is doing this repeatedly and getting that particular high. I want that CFO to be successful. I want that VP of finance, because when they hired me, they entrusted something with me. Right? So it's one person doing something, there's another person reviewing it, and just cross-checking, because I want that quality to be there. You do all the 100 steps, and the last 2 or 3 steps, it's disproportionate, because that's what people remember. The box has to be beautiful, the design, everything has to come together.
And there are a couple other small items I suggested.
I think the other part is your team. Your team is so important. People who will support you, who will, it's not that they're writing checks for you, but it's the moral support. It's they're willing to reach into their network and say, you don't know how to solve that problem, I don't know either, but here's this other guy I know who might be able to do it. It's very important to me that we have a very cohesive team, like people who have very similar visions, similar drive to serve clients. One of my clients actually recently had met someone, and they said, you know what, the consistent theme that they see in our people is there's a drive, there's a certain, the desire to go above and beyond and like really deliver good work. Here's the deliverable they've asked for. Can you sit back and say, what else would make it that much better? Or how would you make that deliverable that much better to make them look good? So you have to have that type of drive. Here's the problem we're trying to solve. Who has the answers? Who has suggestions for it? And everybody pitches in, right? And even within our organization, when we do things and people will say, well, why do we do that? How about doing X, Y, Z? I'm like, done, right? It's very fast. Changes happen very quickly where it makes sense. So when on every week we have a call within our team. We run through what are the obstacles, how are the projects going, and someone will make a suggestion. I'm like, that's a great idea. Let's implement it right now, going forward. So it happens fairly quickly, so people can see that the impact that they have. So they have the ability. We don't have to wait for 2 months. If it makes sense and it serves our clients, let's do it right now. For me, the biggest thing is that they would bring us back, because that says that I've built that trust that they can come to me when they have issues or problems that they need solving, and that we're able to solve it so that they can move on. So my success, what I really look at is the repeat business. Clients that I've had from day one that will go from one company to the next, they continue to bring me to those, wherever they go. And we may not have done that particular project before, heck, no one's done it before, but they trust us, right? That to me is what I want to leave behind, is that relationship with them.